2028, one Big Mac will equal $1 million. From the Gospel of John McAfee. Bro, just learn to code. The Project Freedom Podcast.
Pump it. Pump it again. And again.
What the bloody hell is going on? The shakeout wasn't finished yet. Why haven't we crashed it?
Keep up, Jacob. This is all within expected ranges.
No. Recommence the dumps. Continue the black swans. Accelerate it. Bounce the dead cat. Pull the rugs. Build back even better. Activate the cyber pandemic. I'm in charge here. But the shadows.
It is not yours to take, Bog. The truth will set us free. It must.
Jack.
Huh?
Listen, man. Things are shitty. Trust me, I know. But staring at that phone isn't going to make a difference. Don't let it mold you.
Yeah. I'm thinking we're back.
Boom. Yeah, I'm thinking we're back. Welcome to the Project Freedom Podcast, episode number 22. 22, guys. 22. We're getting up there. How's everybody doing tonight? Let me give a quick shout out to everybody in the chat. Black Sheep, let's go. The best Orange Pill podcast. Thank you, Black Sheep. Sam Perchinsky. Oh, that's me. Sam Perchinsky, SEC, has entered the chat. Sticker. Tom Graff, Orange Pill emojis in the house. Cody Moose in the Who's. Klaus has entered the chat. Sticker. Uh-oh. Klaus is here. Guys, don't fuck with me. Big Mac emojis. 1 million 2028. Christian Soto. Shout out, my friend. Wade Emery, Orange Pill emoji in the chat. What's up, man? Tom Graff. Good job, whoever made this intro. I have a link to the video in the video description. If it's not updated, it will be when we finish the stream. Pump it, indeed. Nick, what's up? What's up? What's up, my friend? Orange Pill emojis in the chat from Oso Chain. T-Man Scott says, nice tinfoil hat. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Scott. Guys, I got this because, I feel like the tinfoil headband is equally as beneficial for its sacred properties, and it's also a little bit more stylish than a tinfoil hat. So what's up, guys? Tonight, I don't really have a topic. Honestly, guys, I've been a little bit burnt out lately, and I've been kind of like working like a dog. So I didn't really have any time to come up with a specific topic. So I figured I'd just make tonight about you guys. Just to ask me anything. Literally, what's my favorite color? Literally just ask me anything. Or just talk about whatever you guys want. I'd rather just interact with you guys, since that's pretty much like 50% of the streams anyway. Instead of talk about a specific topic. Because honestly, guys, there's so much like There's so much bullshit. There you go. I said a curse word. There's so much BS going on right now, guys, that it's starting to become kind of absurd, to be quite honest with you. And I really don't know where we're all going to head in the next few months. I'll do something that I like to do as an experiment, but I don't get actual pleasure out of it. Just for you guys, okay? Just for you guys. So let's I see you, Nick. I'm gonna answer your question in 1 second. 1 second, guys. Let's why don't we all take some time here and let's look at the news together, guys. Let's look at the news, since I love the news so much, guys. I don't know if you guys know that. I find the news in the way that at least as far as the main players in the news. I won't use the main STREAM word because I just feel like I shouldn't say that because I'll probably get bogged in the algorithm. But anyway, let me tell you guys how much I love the news, and I like to look at it and just remind myself that when I look at it, I usually don't feel good, to be quite honest with you. So look at this. This is the homepage of CNN.com. All right, so what's the first feeling that comes to you guys' mind when we pull up this page? I kind of feel like I want to vomit when I'm looking at this stuff, to be quite honest with you. So let's just say CDC adds 16 places to very high crab travel risk alert. Top RNC official in Florida spreads crab 19 conspiracies, calling Fauci juices the mark of the beast. He died hoping his security would come. Haiti's first lady asked why guards were nowhere to be seen. Breyer rejects Maine church's attempt to block DELTA variant reconstruction that doesn't exist. Oh my. Goodness gracious. A new trend to watch in the housing market. And some good news on crab. And we got this stuff at the Olympics. I mean, if you guys are looking at this right now, do you guys think there's anything in here that's actually like informative and useful, other than just like, the same old story that we've seen the last, 18 months now? How long has it been? I'm really starting to lose track of the time with how long the crab 19 thing's been going on, guys. I really, really am. It feels like it's just pretty much the new normal. And it kind of is, isn't it? It's the new normal. I'd venture to say that there is absolutely nothing on this website's homepage that would benefit me in any way, shape, or form by looking at it. And that, in fact, I am actually less of a man now. I am actually less whole as a human being just from looking at this garbage. So I'm going to remove that, guys. I know that was probably painful, and I greatly apologize for that. Man, that's not fun, isn't it? I mean, who the fuck? Who in their right mind wants to look at that stuff anymore? Like, who wants to look at just doom and gloom 24/7? I mean, I've had it up to here, guys. I've had it up to my tinfoil hat. All right. Antonio, what's up, my friend? So Nick says, where do you live in Florida roughly, and do you like it? ? I live in Key West and ready to get out of this shithole. You live in the Key West? I don't think I live far from you, man. I live in South Beach, Nick. Do I like it? Let me tell you what. In comparison to New Orleans, Louisiana, from where I came from, this place is like heaven on earth. I might add, in more ways than just one or two or three. It's a little bit pricey in the South Beach area. Like, I'm literally in South Beach. Like, I am. I'll put it like this: I'm very close to where all the like craziness is in South Beach, but I'm far enough away from it to where it's quiet when it needs to be. But yeah, man, I like it compared to where I was. Now, I haven't lived in like Boca Raton. I actually really want to go there and scope it out because, I mean, it's not, first of all, it's not far. It's like 35-minute drive. And from what I've been told and from what I can see, Boca Raton kind of seems to be like when you get older and you no longer want to deal with the craziness in Miami, you just go over there, and it's equally as nice and new, and it has the same kind of like vibe. It's this little bit more like adult and family friend oriented, I guess. So yeah, I like it, man. I like it. Sam Perchinski says, "Win Hex rug pull." I don't know, man. I don't know. All FUD. Yeah, it is all FUD. Win Pulse Chain rug? I don't know, man. I don't know. Guys, actually, Richard Hart got banned off of YouTube. So, like, maybe we shouldn't even be saying, like, maybe we shouldn't even be talking about the Pulse Chain or HEX, because it's just like, apparently YouTube's starting to, like, severely censor, anything that has to do with CRYPTO. And, you know, maybe I should just hide this right here, guys. Should I hide this guy right here? Should we get rid of that? Is that too dangerous? Here, let's see. All right, boom, that's gone. Now it's gone, guys. Now we're not dangerous anymore. Oh, it came back. Oops. Oh, well, American Pravada. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Nick says, been scoping St. Pete too. Yeah, I've heard that's a good place too. Dude, honestly, I think that Destin, Florida would be a pretty base place to live. Now, there's not a whole lot there, but I think that's kind of like the point. Like, you just got your basic essentials. You have grocery stores, you have restaurants, and of course you have a nice beach. And it's probably quiet majority of the year, except for during the warmer months. But it's kind of like a small town tourist destination. And like, I think that if you were wanting to be quiet, Destin wouldn't be like a bad place to like have a house at, or at least like a condo or something. That being said, anything on the coast, you're at risk of like hurricane damage. But to me, that's nothing, because I mean, I'm from New Orleans and like literally lived through Hurricane Katrina. Literally spent multiple months living without electricity as a child. So I mean, it's just like, people freak out now about like a Category 1 hurricane or a Category 2 hurricane. Or some people even forget about a tropical storm, and it's like, that's a Tuesday night, my friend. Antonio says, I saw something where Bearable Bull and BitBoy Crypto temporarily got their channels banned or something. I don't know about Bearable Bull. I don't know if he got his channel banned. I think I follow him on Instagram, but not YouTube. I know BitBoy got his channel banned twice, and apparently he got him back. I don't know. I think what's going on with the YOUTUBE algorithm is that they're understaffed right now, and they're kind of like being dependent on the AI to like ban certain channels based off of whatever the algorithm senses to be not approvable. And I think that it's kind of like a little overzealous in its actions. And I think when someone like emails him and is like, hey, like my channel got banned and I literally don't even know what I did. I didn't even issue out a single curse word from my mouth. They're like, oh, my bad. Sorry. Sorry that our code and our algorithm has some weird kind of sketchy things in it, and it just bans anybody for saying pretty much anything. Sam says Pravada was the Soviet newspaper. Oh, okay. Check out Clearwater. Clearwater, Florida is a good area too, from what I've heard. Pensacola was a little rundown and hick. Yeah, it's pretty hick. Pensacola is pretty hick, but super base. Dead of Crab 17. They still didn't go MASKS. Oops, said the bad word. Yeah, I mean, Pensacola is what, 1 hour from Destin? They're both on the Panhandle, right? And like that whole the Floribama line is like a pretty. I mean, it's pretty like small town southern kind of like thing. But I mean, that's me, dude. I ain't nothing but a small town southern man. So I'm just used to that. I mean, it doesn't bother me. Would I prefer to be in South Beach all day? Yeah, for sure. Especially while I'm young and not dumb and full of cum. That I like being here. It's fun and it's nice. But I'm just talking about as far as like afterwards, right? So like closer to in-game scenario. If big if right here, guys. Big if Klaus Schwab doesn't enter the chat, and if we don't default on all of our debt, and if we don't rug pull the Fed, and or the Fed doesn't rug pull us, because I think one of those two is going to happen. Like either we are going to rug pull the Fed and just default, or the Fed's going to rug pull us. Sorry. Yeah, the Fed could just. I mean, the Fed basically is rug pulling us already. So what am I talking about? The Fed has been rug pulling us till like Since the dawn of time, my friends, since the dawn of time. Cody Moose in the Hoose says, I asked this in the chat, but I'll give you some content for the show. LOL. Thank you, Cody. I greatly appreciate it. Can you take a contract job while you work at W2 minus non? Yeah, you can. Look, there's no reason you can't do that. I mean, like, technically we're all virtually free people and we can all do whatever we want except for breathe air without restriction right now, which is, some would say that's a little bit unconstitutional. But aside from that, yeah, you can, dude. I've done that before. I've done that. I did that for about 6 months, Cody. And dude, honestly, I gotta tell you, I got really burnt out doing that because when I was doing contract work on the side, so and this was before I was remote. So like I started working remote in about mid to late 2018, maybe more like April 2018. I was like completely remote about April 2018, and this was before that. So I actually had to go in to an office, and although I mean technically we could go into that office, but then at the same time, if people just wanted to just be like, hey, I'm working from home today, we could. And honestly, everybody did that. People kind of abused it, but there was kind of like this unwritten rule that like anybody could just work from home whenever. But besides the point, you felt guilty if you did that. So obviously everyone would just go into the office anyway. And so I was like going into work, doing the whole thing at the place, and then I would come home, and I was building a React app for wildlife cameras for people for some kind of like hog hunting club. It was called, well, maybe I shouldn't say the name of the company, but basically I was building a React application that used footage from cameras all throughout the United States for like wildlife and hogs, so that these people could like do whatever they wanted with their hog camera. And I guess they were like trailing hogs or just trying to figure out where they were. And I mean, dude, I did it for 6 months, and it was like there was some nice extra change on the side for sure, and it was also just a good experience. But if you can do that in a situation where you're like, I'm only going to do like I can only dedicate like 10 hours extra to you guys, then that's okay. But a lot of times with a lot of the contract work, it tends to be for like a smaller company, and the smaller companies are like probably a startup, and they're desperate to push code out ASAP like that, right? So they're going to want you to be spending extra time. So then it basically, if it comes to that and you're basically working like 2 full-time jobs, it might be a pain. But I mean, then again, I'm just injecting my opinion into you, and I didn't even take to consider the fact that you are Cody Moose and Who's and not me. So if that's something you can do, shoot, go for it, my friend. Who is this Coomer? I'm not sure. He's talking about me. Is Pablo Busco talking about me? Am I the Coomer? Clearwater is absolutely gorgeous and like mini Gulf Miami. That sounds cool. Yeah, we should probably go check it out. Let's go take a drive down there. This looks like an organized retreat / default to me. Yeah. That is definitely some Susaton 5000, some stuff that's going on right now. I mean, has America ever defaulted on their debt before? No, right? Because every time we were about to, we either raised the debt ceiling or some kind of event happened that basically required us to push the can further down the road, per se. And usually by event, I mean, I don't know, like a plane hitting a building and then people going to war over weapons of MASS, DES, TRU, CTION. Sorry, guys, I'm dyslexic, so I had to think about spelling that. But yeah, look, guys. I've been like quasi debating my dad lately via text message about like, the whole kind of like world situation right now. And I just kind of like I come to the realization like if people can't just or don't, maybe not that they can't, just that they don't if they don't at least question the things that they hear, and then afterwards maybe think twice about it, or think maybe at least half of one time about it, and then try to like piece things together with just basic logic and or deductive / inductive reasoning, then there's nothing you can do to like, convince somebody that the sky actually is blue when they're literally being told and gaslit on a hourly basis that the sky is purple, right? And then, since majority of people, obviously, like if we look at a chart about, average IQ levels, and it's really not even got anything to do with IQ levels, but I guess it does in a way. But if you look at a chart like that, okay. My point is, I'm saying, and I don't have any statistical data about this, sorry guys, but I believe that most people just kind of accept everything as it is, as canon, no matter where it's from. And they don't like think twice about anything or try to like research it. And I just have this innate desire inside of me to constantly problem solve and constantly troubleshoot everything that I do, literally, which is why I'm an engineer. All right. That's just how it happened. All right. I actually take that to the extreme and I overdo it. I think way too hard. And so anytime anybody tells me anything, especially if it's if that message of communication is coming from a group or an organization that has a really, really long track record of just lying and lying and lying, and then also at the same time, it is apparent to me as well that this group and or organization doesn't really care about me at all. In fact, they really only care about themselves. Then I'm just going to simply start thinking, okay, this is too good to be true. What's the catch here, right? What's the catch? And the catch is, usually is something a little bit far-fetched and it's not true and or it is a twisted, perverted version of the truth. So I'm just constantly looking at anything, like even if something did seem apparent to me, I would still #look into it. Like one of my favorite classes in school was discrete mathematics. All three of them that I took. Sorry guys, had to flex on y'all a bit, but basically having to prove the absence of something was like, to me, that blew my mind that you could just literally do that with math. Like you could literally prove an absence of something. And then also like having to like, instead of trying to figure out if something's correct, first try to figure out if it's incorrect or if it's an impossibility. And then you can kind of go from there and start making then you can start making some sort of like hypothesis about X, Y, or Z. I went a little bit overboard on that, Sam, but yeah, dude, I think something's a little sus on 5,000. Christian Soto, FYI, the intro video link is in the description. Thank you. I will indeed update. I have it on my clipboard, but we will do that. Christian Soto, we will do that. Thank you. Nick says, can you find a decent place to rent under 1K on Sobi? Appreciate you answering all the questions. Okay. So the average, I was literally just listening to the Mark, not Mark. God, who is that? The two brothers that are millennials that live in Miami that do the best business podcast, and they live in Miami. But they were basically saying that the average 1-bedroom apartment in Miami, just the entire general city, is about like $1,700 is the average. So you can expect anywhere between like $1,400 to $1,800. Now, does that mean that you can't find something under 1K in South Beach? You can. Well, when I was looking, they had places that were about $1,000, I think, but it's probably not going to be super nice, right? I think you're probably better off, Nick, just going to a 2-bedroom that's $2,000 and just splitting it with somebody. So then you're basically hitting 1K a month, and most of those places have some utilities included in it, right? Like mine has. I'm paying more than 1K, but mine has. I get included in this. Basically, I get a gym membership for free. There's like a literal food store downstairs. There's a pool, like a giant pool, and a hot tub, and an Amazon locker, and I get electricity. Not electricity. Sorry, I have to pay my electric bill, but I get internet and cable. I don't use cable. I have my TV is literally on the floor. You guys, everyone that knows me knows I don't watch TV, but free cable if that's what you're interested in. And then also water is free too. So like you can find places like that. I'm sure maybe more, probably not in South Beach, to be quite honest with you, Nick. Probably more so in the outskirts. But what I would recommend to do is to just go ahead with a 2-bedroom that's around the $2,000 mark and just split it. Christian Soto says, have you considered writing a book? You have a great story, mate. I don't really know. Do I have a great story? I don't really know if I do or have a great story or not. I will have a great story though. I will soon, very soon. Well, probably in the next like 5 to 10 years. But yeah, shoot. I don't know. I could do that. That sounds fun. Actually be a grand old idea. It would be better if I could just like dictate in text to speech or speech to text. That would be cool. Or just get somebody to do it for me. That's not a bad idea though. I don't know, Christian. Good question. Sam says, hell, Clinton ran. Oh, fuck. We said the name. God damn it. Let me repeat that, guys. Hell, CLINTON, ran a surplus for a year or two. Only good thing he did. Okay, Mr., not Mrs. Yep. I promise I did not have blank relationships with that woman. A tin mohawk for the next episode. All right, we can. This can be arranged. The black sheep. This can be arranged. I have to go look at how to do that. Pablo Busco, so ELP, what is the first basic job you see most beginner coders starting at? Do you mean like salary, or do you mean like the type of job? Well, we can talk about both, just to get that clear. The first job for an entry-level developer or an SE or a quote-unquote coder, programmer, whatever adjective label you want to put on these guys. Honestly, it could be anything, man. It could be anywhere between you're just starting out as like a junior dev or like a level 1 at like a big company, or you're at a startup and you kind of don't really have a title other than just like software engineer, and you're doing a lot of work. I have no idea what just fell off my desk, but I'm alive, guys. Don't worry. And you're doing a lot of work. Or it could be an associate developer, or it could be some kind of like business analyst position, or some sort of like QA developer, which is a quality assurance developer, and they basically write code that tests other people's code. I mean, it literally could be anything. There really is no like in software development and in IT, there really is no like standard, right? Although you have the typical like junior, level 2, level 3, and then sometimes level 4, and then like an architect, right? But I mean, you can definitely work at a place that doesn't even have those labels and just have like generic software engineers, right? Or just generic software developer, full stack. What do I think is a good job though for a beginner? I think just any kind of full stack position, or honestly, bro, I think that working at a startup is pretty solid for your first job, because like you're going to learn a FUCK ton at a startup. Like, I mean, a boatload. I don't know if Fido is in the chat, but you can ask him about that. Like, anytime you work for a startup, it's kind of like it's like going through that ritual, that rite of passage. And you just like, you get your feet held to the fire, and it's fun too. It's fun and exciting. And at the same time, like, you know, it's a smaller company. So like they're not really like, hey, like, why weren't you like at your desk at 6:32 p.m.? Why didn't you take your work phone to the bathroom with you? Right. Or another good one, you know, it just depends. It depends what kind of person you are. You gotta like figure out like what environment's gonna be best for you. Because maybe for you, it might be that it would be better for you to just start as a just entry-level developer at just a normal company. And it might be a lot slower and less intense. Let's just say you have more stuff outside of like your regular job that you want to like accomplish and deal with. In that case, you know, that would probably be the better situation, but you're going to get better pay as a contractor or at a startup company as opposed to just being a traditional employee. So, but the traditional employee is going to come with more time, come with better like time, work-life balance. It's going to come with like free health insurance and all kinds of like stupid stuff that you get for free that you don't really want or need, including like 401k, like matches and all that kind of stuff, which, I mean, I have a 401k and I don't even know why the fuck I have it, but it's about what environment works best for you. So I don't know if you meant pay, but if you meant pay, I guess, you know, anywhere from a level 1, depending on the job, your location, your skill set, and your like quote unquote value. Worst case scenario, you're looking at like $60,000 a year. Best case scenario, you're looking at like $110,000 a year for an entry level job. So, you know, take that with a grain of salteth. DP, interesting name. Hey, Josh, I'm in the blockchain course. So when did you first start questioning Big Daddy G? When did I first become awoketh on thine Big Daddy G being a Big Daddy liar? 2008, I think. 2008, right around the time that YouTube started becoming like popular. Because YouTube was like our first kind of like outlet outside of like normal media to just kind of like have people produce media, no matter where they were or where they were from. And I saw something about like I think it was this guy named Todd Smith or Todd. What was that guy's name? Anyway, it was a guy from like the 1970s, and apparently he was a part of the ILLUMANITI, those people thingies, and he like broke free or whatever, and he was like saying all this like stuff, and some of it was like really far fetched, and it was like what the fuck, and some of it was obvious and apparent and like real, and it was like things that he would just point out, and I was like, wow, wait a second, that makes sense. And then I went to college, and then I got super RED. I got super crimson capsuled, and then orange pilled, and then also fed pilled, and then dev pilled. I remember first learning that basically like we're never even taught in school that the Federal Reserve isn't a governmental like organization, right? It's like it's the private Western Central Bank, which I probably shouldn't have even said that. Because now they're coming, guys. Klaus is coming into the chat. See that window behind me? They're going to geolocate me by looking at the plane travel over the windows, and they're going to just snipe me out. So if you guys, if I die a la Epstein, as John McAfee would say, you know that it wasn't me. But I think I learned about that around 2012, and then that's when I also kind of first discovered Bitcoin too, and all kinds of stuff, man. Like, man, I've been a tinfoil hatter for quite some time. And some of that stuff, guys, it's kind of like just fun, right? It's just fun role play kind of stuff that, it's fun to theorize that like, how crazy would it be if this like super crazy scenario was going on and nobody knew about it, right? But guys, I'll be quiet now. Do I believe that the private Western Central Bank is really wearing the pants here? Yeah, I do. I actually do. All right. If you catch my drift. And I believe some other things too, right? Like that guy that has an island that his name starts with E. I literally it's funny. This is funny. This coincides together. But so when I first purchased Bitcoin around 2012, 2013, I was literally home from college at my parents' house on Christmas break, and I had my laptop out, and I was showing them to my dad and my mom, and I was like, guys, this is going to really be worth something someday. And they're like, you're fucking crazy. That's funny because it turned out to be true. And then also, literally in the same conversation, I was telling him about that Jeffrey guy who has an island who got WACK3D. I was telling him that he has an island with children there, and that there's a kind of like a kind of like gang of these people together. They hang out and they just basically diddle little kids, and they're like, that's crazy. And then, hey, look at that. That turned to be right too. But it's been a long time, DP, to finally answer your question for quite some time, dude. I guess if you want specific numbers, 2008, 2009-ish, possibly 07, about that time. Cody Mouse says, look at the big brain on this guy. The big brain. Eli, ELP, I've been looking into your dev 1 year pass. Would you recommend it for a total newbie, and what's the learning curve like? Eli, that is literally exactly the purpose of the group. There's some guys in here who are literally in the chat who are in the group. So if you want some non-biased, non-shilly information, ask them. But what is the learning curve? You could literally come in knowing zero, and we would take care of you. That's like the point of doing that, is that if you're trying to start somewhere and you don't know where to start, which quite frankly, guys, it's really kind of like if you just start learning on your own and you don't have some sort of like support from anybody, not even like a mentor, or a class or school or anything, which obviously, guys, what we have is far superior to any sort of school. But seriously, though, in a lot of ways it is. But you're going to be spinning your wheels a lot, and you're going to be wasting and burning a lot of time. And what you get for that is that you take that problem off of you, and then that burden is put onto me. So then it's my burden to walk you through all the steps, which already done before, so know how it's done, and done it with a lot of these guys as well. And it's just not something that's easy to do on your own. And another thing too, like, you're not just getting me, you literally get everyone in the group. And the more people that join, we have quite a bit of people now. The more people that join, like the more literal brain computing power people can pull together. And everyone that learns, they help other people out, and they end up teaching other people as well. And they can work together on stuff. And it just basically, like, we're like a hive mind that just spreads knowledge. And it's good to have a support network of people that are gonna basically like come, like, let's just say you have something that you need to change in your life. Like some of the we'll drive up to your city and state and kidnap you and then bring you here to take care of it. But yeah, ask around the chat. I mean, that's literally what it's for, Eli. You're welcome to join, and you're also welcome not to. Christian Soto says, I think it'd be a great exercise to gather all of your calls with MLD to see how far you've come, man. Good point, Christian. I didn't even think about that when you said that. Yeah. Do you guys want to do that one stream? You guys want to just watch me? Do we want to listen to my interview with the man calls with MLD circa 2019? I'm down. 401k. More like 401GA. Oh my God, Sam. Stop it. Don't make me break character on stream, bro. I can't laugh like that. Oso Chain says, ELP, I want to get into a junior dev job from zero to hired. Would a 1 year dev pass help me get there? Yeah, guys, that's literally the point. That's literally the point of this. It's like you have a commitment for an entire year with people who are there, who are going to help you. And the funny thing is, guys, the guys who do make it, they stick around. They stick around not because they need the group. Although, even though if you have a job already, we have plenty of people in the group who literally have jobs that don't need us for a job, including people that work at Apple, Amazon. We have one guy who used to work for Boeing. I don't think he works there anymore, but that's literally the point of the group, Oso Chain. It's like, it is literally the point of the group. That is what that was specifically designed to accomplish. So yes, recently watched Princess of the Yin. It's awfully relatable to today. I haven't seen that. I will indeed. Let me hold on, Oso Chain. Let me mark that down. Let me write that down, Oso Chain, because I need to know if Oso Chain read it. I need to too, or watch it. Let's just see. What is it? Princess of the Yen. Okay. Oso Chain. You know what? Give me about like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and I'll let you know about that. Remind me. Ask me like, hey, did you watch it? What do you think? Had you hodled it all? Indeed, man. Fucking indeed, bro. Like, holy shit. Dude, my mind would have literally been blown, like, back when old Boomer coin was like, I don't know what it was around that time when I was purchasing it. I think the first Bitcoin I bought was like 18 or 19 bucks. And then when I bought some again, it was like $100, $200 range. I didn't even know this, but when it was, I think it was only a few months after, like, it was literally in the middle of a bull run when it was like under 200 bucks. And, throughout time, through the last, man, almost decade now, I have been regularly purchasing Bitcoin. Like, I have a very good, I used to have, I had a very good relationship with Coinbase back when you could call them up and they would actually answer the phone and talk to you, and it wasn't an automated system. So, like, Coinbase rugs all you guys, and they haven't rugged me, which I've been thankful for. And, I bought them sporadically throughout times for specific things for usage of them. And, I would always look at the price, and I know it was like, I would buy it 1 week and it would be like, it's $5,000. And the next week it'd be like, $2,000, or originally it was like $800, and then next thing you know, I don't use any or don't buy any for like a year, and I open it up $6,000. Like, goddamn, $6,000 Bitcoin, what in the fuck? And that was like, my mind would have been fucking blown if you would have told me like, hey, like literally just down the road, it's going to be 64K, right? I mean, even Litecoin, guys. Like, I remember the day that Litecoin came out, it was a big deal because some of the places that I would send Bitcoin to offered like literally a 65 or a 75% discount on your purchase of whatever product you had if you paid in Litecoin. And man, Litecoin was like, I don't know, couple bucks that time, literally a couple buck, like maybe like $5, 10, 15, $20. I don't know. So yeah, indeed, had you hodled it all. And look, that's why over the years, my mindset about the Boomer coin has changed substantially. I will literally, that is the one, if I still owned any crypto, if that pigeon didn't come from my window and take my ledger and run away with it, if I still owned any crypto, maybe I would trade like at the end of a bull market for like, maybe I would trade some of my ETH. I would probably keep some of that too. Some of my other tokens, right, for like some stable coin. But I would literally never, ever trade my Bitcoin. Like, and think about this, guys, too. Think about, because I think about this often. If I think about back in the day, just like the amount of Bitcoin that I had purchased, and then if I do math, it really hurts to see those numbers. And so I've always told myself, like, basically, if you can afford it, if you buy at least $25 a day of Bitcoin, you do that for like 1 or 2 years, and you just like, that's my Bitcoin. That's it. I don't need this money for anything. It's like the equivalent of me eating out every single day. And the next thing you know, a year or two later, you have quite a bit, right? And maybe every time you get a nice little fat chunk of change, you buy some, you buy more than $25. If indeed, which I mean, there is no if, right? NGU technology, and literally thanks to our friends over there, Jerome Powell at the Fed, it's going a lot. Let's put it to you guys like this. Fundamentally speaking, Bitcoin is programmed to go a lot closer to infinity than it is to zero. So if Dan Pena wants to come in the chat and debate me on that, Dan Pena, if you're listening, you can smell my farts, Dan. Pablo says, Josh, ELP, man, how long do you see yourself staying in SoB? I don't know. I was thinking about that yesterday. Like, I'm obviously at least until April, which is when my lease is up. But guys, I like South Beach. I'm not a Brickell maximalist per se, although Brickell is nice. But thing about me and about normal people that's different is, first of all, I'm a small town Southern man. All right. So I'm not like that whole everything concrete thing really just kind of like bothers me. Like, I just don't feel right. At least to live there, I can entertain it. Second of all, I have this literal spotted pointy over here. You guys can see that spotted pointy on the sofa. And he is a very high energy spotted pointy. So like, he can't be like running around the concrete. All right. He's got to be somewhere that has grass and stuff. And plus, like, it's just the vibe. But if I did move, from South Beach, it would probably be closer to like Surfside, where the collapse was, because like over there is pretty nice too. Over there, you get even more beachier vibes, even less like civilization, and it's even more quiet too. And plus, the buildings there are like all nicer too. So I don't know, maybe Pablo, I'd probably like to say I'd be here for like at least 2 years, at least 2 years. Eli, if you are someone intelligent, you'll be fine. Let me see. Who was the one that asked that? Who is Eli? Sam? Is that Oso Chain? Or was it the dude asking about the learning curve? Oh, yeah. Learning curve. Yeah. Yeah. Like, and another thing, too, about code, like, technology has grown so much that you don't have to be as intelligent to just do basic code anymore. Like, you really don't. It's made my life easier, so I'm not complaining. $100 to $500 in 2013. Yeah, that's about right. Sounds about right. Eli says, definitely interested. I like your avatar, by the way, Eli. How's the class schedule like? I work 12-hour shifts. I don't know if I'll get the best out of the classes. What we do is we do every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. All of them recorded and then posted immediately within 24 hours after. And on top of that, that's during like regular courses. On top of that, in between, we have what's called meta webinars, and that's really just focused on like, hey, we're not learning this like one thing. That's us all giving like hands-on work to each other and giving people certain projects, checking up on their certain projects, helping them build their portfolio, helping them with their interviews, listening to their recorded interviews. Don't tell on me for that, guys. And like, there's just too much to talk about. But those are usually around the same time, but sometimes we do them at different times as well. Yeah, Sam does not catch all of them. Hate when pigeons steal your ledger. Me too, guys. I actually, someone, I don't know if the person's in listening to the video right now, but I actually ran over a pigeon today, guys, and like, it might sound stupid, but I felt like really bad inside after. I was like, fuck, that poor fucking pigeon. Man, I do feel really bad about that pigeon. Fuck, that was so bad of me to do, and I didn't do it on purpose. He just fucking flew in front of me. And I was right at the gas station. I got the car, and there it was on the ground. I was like, man, that poor fucking thing. Dude, like, why'd you have to fly in front of me, bro? Sobe has character and history. Yeah. Brickle, just concrete and skyscrapers. Yeah. Nick, we called them, there's people here that are like, oh my God. Hold on.
Oh my God. You live in South Beach? How outrageous. I live in Brickell. And it's far superior.
Even though, like, it's kind of like a virtue signaling, kind of like flex, because like, I live in Brickell means that you're like wealthy, but it's actually more expensive to live like where I'm at than in Brickell. And then most of those people over there like are basically just spending all their money on rent and don't do anything else. But call those people Brickell maximalists. That's what we call them. That being said, Brickell is pretty cool, man. Brickell is pretty cool to go out and have fun in. And there are like a boatload of people there that are super cool. Like, you know, I got friends who also have a podcast that are in Brickell, and you know, it's just not. It's like it has this kind of like reputation for being like super clean and whatever. And then the South Beach has like the opposite reputation. But like in my humble opinion, like there's literally like last time I was in Brickell, and if anyone here knows Jonathan MLD. Last time I was in Brickell was like last week, but the last time I was in Brickell that I was actually walking around, I was going to visit Jonathan MLD in his rental, and like walk outside, and there's like pizza all over the floor and all kinds of like trash. There's like literally like pillows on the ground. So I mean, it's the same thing. And all I have to say is, if you live in South Beach, it can be pretty nasty and pretty gross and scary if you're directly off of Collins. But don't go by Collins and you'll be fine. Can't wait to hunt iguanas. Yup. Get him some booties so he can go catch iguanas. Yeah. Need to get him some waiters. Alvaro Castro said if you want it, you can make it happen. Yeah, that's 100% true. And guys, this guy in the chat right here, the guy at the comment, let me tell you guys about this guy. Fido was the first guy. Fido was my first client that I ever got with. All right. And when I first got with Fido, he was working as a fucking barback. He was working two jobs, one as a barback and one as a barista out in California, making very little money, very, very hard pressed for time. And then he just like, Fido picked up everything I said to him and just ran with it. And I've literally seen this dude literally emotionally, intellectually, and physically level up over time because he just wouldn't take no for an answer. And now, lo and behold, Fido is on his like third raise in his company. Fido, he actually started working in a startup company at a startup, literally, like I was saying earlier. So that's why it's good to get good experience. And he's like surpassed his mentor there, and he's now in control of his mentor. He's now like above his mentor over there because Fido, he does the work, man. And Fido is an intelligent guy, but he's not like 190 IQ, right? And he did it. And I wasn't putting you down, by saying you're not 190 IQ. None of us in here are 190 IQ. But the point is, like, if you want it, you can do it, guys. Coding isn't like, it's not smoke and magic behind the mirrors. If you believe in yourself that you have enough competence to change the oil in a car, then you can code. It's literally that simple. Can't wait to hunt iguanas. Yeah, we got to do it, dude. Let's do it. Antonio says, while listening to this, I'm learning array filter methods in JS. Which ones in particular, Antonio? You've piqued my curiosity. T-Man Scott, are there any BA? Hold on, guys. We can't say the B word in here. Are there any BA NKS out there that are somewhat CR YPTO friendly? Good question, man. I've asked my landlord that, and he couldn't answer me. But I'll tell you what, Scott. I bank with a small private bank from my hometown, and I have like a literal 20-year relationship with them. So, like, they're cool with it, and they don't police me on what I buy. If I want to buy CRYPTO, they don't freak the fuck out about it. As far as like big banks, I really don't know. I avoid big banks at all costs because it's basically like, what are you going to them for? You are the client. They are providing a service. And when you go to those big banks, when you bank with a big bank, they treat you like you're providing a service. Because you know what the truth is, guys? In actuality, banks are a rug pull. Banks are a rug pull. They make you think that you're the client. No. They make you think that you're the one getting the service provided to. No. No, guys, you actually are providing a service to the bank. Think about it. Where do banks get their money from? Where do banks get the money that they loan out to people from? All right. Anybody know what fractional reserve banking is? I indeed rest my case, friends. Tom Graff F. Daniel says, news came out recently that JP Morgan will allow its customers to trade crypto. I don't know how that will be implemented. No. Yeah, it's another thing too. So it's funny. JP Morgan's like top 10% wealthiest clients are going to be able to like allowed to safely invest in crypto where they're going to custody it for them. So it's funny. First of all, they're only letting like their wealthiest clients do it. History repeats itself, right? And it's also funny that JP Morgan 2017 was like, it's going to fucking zero. Pull the damn pina. I mean, these people are literal vampire potbelly goblins, guys. I hit a squirrel 2 weeks ago. Felt bad only for a second. Yeah, I definitely felt bad, bro. It's like it's one thing to shoot an animal for a sport, and you're gonna literally eat it after, and like it's an animal that you're faced off with, and it's another thing to like just animal wasn't even like playing the game with you, and it just like its life got ended. It's like fuck. R.I.P. Pigeons are equivalent. Pigeons are equivalent intelligence to normies, so no harm there. Probably, Cody, some of the pigeons are more intelligent than normies because they have the ability to steal people's ledgers. So at least they know that much, right? They are the rats of the bird world. Thanks for intel. AMA equals American Motorcycle List Association. No, Matt. No, what's up, Matt? AMA means ask me anything. Ask me anything. Fido says I'm 420 IQ. Yeah, indeed. 6969 IQ. Braze it. 419 braze it. I wish I were 190 IQ. I'd write the cognitive theoretical model of the universe like Chris Langan. Indeed, must have at least minimal 190 IQ to write, to be the author of the cognitive theoretical model. My SUI-CIDAL squirrel already made it halfway across and couldn't have passed under my car, but panicked to run under the front of the tire. Yeah, I mean, like, it happens, dude. It happens. Some people actually hit like dogs and cats, which is like, I'd venture to say a little bit worse, but stuff happens, guys. Stuff happens. Cannot sit and be upset over that pigeon. You know what, guys? Everybody, what I'm going to do for you guys tonight, guys, I'm gonna make a faux grave on the street tonight for the pigeon. All right. I don't know what I'll probably make it out of tinfoil, but at least I'll make it out of tinfoil. And what do you guys think a pigeon would like? Some bread? We can put I got some bread. I can put a piece of bread on the pigeon memorial. I'll take a picture for you guys. They'll make the pigeon memorial. Coyote food. Every time I think of Coyote, I think of the 5.0 liter Mustang motor. Dang old Mustang. Got a pretty poppin' chat in the house tonight, guys. So again, since Thine Self has no topic, I mean, feel free to stop me if I just continue to ramble on. Here's another funny picture. Here's something I also wanted to show you guys is funny. The funny picture. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Man, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't show this. Maybe I shouldn't show this. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. You guys want me to show it? I don't know. Maybe if I can find a way to. Let me see. Hold on a second. Hold on. I gotta censor a word in here. I gotta censor a word in here. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Let me figure out how to do this real quick. I think I have an idea how to censor this in live time. Hold on, guys. We're gonna do it. Speaking of IQ and normies, let's see. Now, if I just simply do this, if I take this over here, and then let's just see, and then I do like this, if I like, yeah, all nice and deep like. All right, hold on, guys. Hold on. Just going to simply cross this word out right here. All right. Cross that out right there. And then maybe, is that safe to say too? I don't know. Fork it. We'll do it live. We'll roll with it. Fork it, guys. All right, behold, guys. Thought this was funny. I'm in a chef club, and I found this picture from the chef's club. And here's the IQ curve down here. So up 70 IQ and under. I don't want no 5G magnet. 70 to 130 IQ. Stick that blank in my arm now. Cry face. 130 plus. Data just doesn't add up. Data just doesn't add up. Does it? Sometimes, guys. Sometimes data doesn't add up, does it? It's kind of funny how to think one must simply be able to add 2 plus 2. To think in a logical manner, one must simply add 2 plus 2 and be able to calculate 4, even though they are told that the real answer is 9. Matt W says, I felt horrible when I hit my ex's dog by accident. Felt even worse when she found out it was me. Yikes, bro. Yikes, bro. Sorry, dude. That is bad. I feel bad for you. Hopefully that is a long memory from a long time ago and not something recent. Mustang, his hands down the best muscle car. GT350 or GT500? Josh, question mark. Man, dude, that is a hard question to answer, Sam. Let's just see. I mean, honestly, I would want them both. And hear me out. Here's the reason why I would want both the GT350 and the GT500. All right. The GT350, you can only get with the Tremec 6-speed manual transmission, right? And which, by the way, the Tremec 6-speed is probably one of the most based manual transmissions that our Lord and Savior Satoshi has made for mankind. And it's got the 5.2 liter, and it has the 5.2 liter flat crank Voodoo V8, which just sounds fucking amazing, dude. It sounds fucking amazing. But I mean, the GT350 is more like a all-purpose like race car, right? And it's not really something that you'd want to like drive casually. Whereas the GT500, first of all, the GT500 looks better, so it's more stylish because I mean it's got all that extra muscle inside of it. So like they need to make sure that everyone fucking knows that it's got more muscle, right? So it looks better, and then it's also an automatic, right? Which is better for daily driving. It's not as much of like a like rally car or an actual race car per se, but it is a drag machine. It's just like ultra powerful, Chad Thunder Spot 500 for sure. But I mean, kind of like two different purposes. So I would like both. But if honestly, if I had to choose, bro, I'd get the GT500 because I mean, I wouldn't. The don't have the time to go to like a racetrack. I just wouldn't do it. And plus, I wouldn't want to like, you know, if I wanted to use it in that manner, I wouldn't want to have to like go and buy new tires every single time. Although that being said, every time you like do a burnout in a GT 500, I'm sure you're going to need new tires. Guys, my tinfoil headband guys, they're attacking. They're attacking, guys. It's loosening up. I need to retighten my tinfoil headband. And I don't know. I think let's see. I've had 3 Dodge Chargers. I've had a Camaro, and I've had a Mustang. And out of all of them, they're all very unique, special muscle cars. Which one do I like best? I really don't, dude. I really don't. Honestly, bro, I like Chargers the best. Sue me, because they're big and they have back seats. That's literally the only reason why. Other than that, Cody says, I don't even like Mustangs, but the GT 500's just built different. Guys, there's a Terminator. There's a GT 500 Terminator in the garage here, and nobody ever starts it. So I wonder like whose it is, because I would love to at least like see it and smell the gas coming out of it. Thoughts on vertical diet? That's Stan Efferding's diet, right? I don't really know anything about it. I mean, it's kind of like gimmicky. I don't like know any nuances about it, but I know like generally what it is. It's kind of like gimmicky, Tom. I'll just throw a blanket statement out there as far as diets goes. All right, guys. So listen, for a majority of people, any kind of diet is going to work. All right. Literally any kind of diet is going to work as long as you meet the criterias of being in like, you know, at least a caloric deficit for a majority of time, and you're not just eating 99% fat, 99% carbs. Like you're getting protein, because protein by its nature is more thermogenic and requires your body to burn more calories. And also, and well, all right, I'm gonna go deep here. Sorry, guys. All right, so there is no storage for protein in your body. All right, your body has to literally use it for something, and it's a 100% given. So your body isn't going to store protein as fat, although it can through a process known as gluconeogenesis. It can turn protein into carbs, but it's kind of inefficient for your body to do, and it'll only do that if you just eat like way too much protein, more than your body can handle. Right, but your body does have storages for protein, for fat and carbs. Obviously, your body fat, right? Your body fat is where your body stores fat. And then glycogen, which is basically the energy cells in your muscles, the energy storage in your muscles, that's where carbohydrates are stored. And if you eat too much carbohydrates, then they can be stored as fat as well. But there's no storage for protein, right? That's what literally everything in our body is made from protein. Our skin cells, our hair, literally everything. And so if you're eating protein, it's more thermogenic in nature. It requires your body to burn it and to put it to use, so your body will heat up more, yada, yada, yada. But basically, the point is any kind of diet is going to work as long as it's not like just absent of protein. If you don't have protein in your diet, it's going to be harder for you to lose weight. You have to be like, you have to eat more of a deficit than you would if you just included protein. Now, that being said, as far as the vertical diet, people just like it because it's easy to stick to. Any diet's going to work. But honestly, guys, the best diet for you, whoever you are, is the one that you can easily stick to. Because if you can't stick to one at least long term, it's never good. Like you're just never going to get to where you are. Even me, I eat out frequently when I can. Most of the time I eat healthy foods. Now there's probably about like 5. I eat 5 meals a day now. I used to eat 6 and I used to eat 7. I eat 5 meals a day. All right. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 7 days a week. Hold on. 35, 7 days a week is 35 meals total. All right. So probably about 5 out of those 35 are just like cheat meals. But that's because I eat so much food that I can get away with that. And I've also, the rest of the 30 are all like pretty clean and pretty healthy. But I mean, I basically follow the same diet that I have for like 5 years. And obviously, if I was getting ready for a show, the diet the laxness on the diet. So I have to like tense up more on the diet. I couldn't be as like free with like, hey, instead of like eating rice cakes for this meal, I have to just eat 75 exact grams of rice or whatever, right? But I've been eating the same diet because it's been easy for me to stick to, and that's why I might gain plus or minus 5 to 10 pounds every now and then, but I can also lose plus or minus 5 to pounds in like 1 week as well. So like, the best diet, the vertical diet doesn't matter. If you like it and it works for you, just stick to it. There's nothing secret about any of these diets, guys. Like there literally is there's no secret about any of these diets. Whatever the best is for you is the one to stick to. Matt says LMAO was 4 years long ago. Good. I love me a manual. Yes, me too, Sam. Me too. GT350 is a supercar. No, GT350 is basically, it's a Mustang. It's no longer the highest trim Mustang because they brought the 500 back, but the GT350 is like, basically you can think of like a Mustang GT, which I guess a Mustang GT is already a Mustang on steroids, but then it would be a Mustang GT on steroids. Florida or New York? I don't know. So that's a good question. Do I like freedom and sunshine, or do I like no freedom and being forced to not breathe or have a mechanism around have a diaper around my face that forces me not to breathe? I don't know. I don't know. It's a hard decision. I think, but if I had to choose, I have to pick Florida. What do you think of me? I think that you are literally infinite right now. If I'm being quite honest, GT350 for me all day, but I'll get it. For me all day, but I'll get it. As a daily, I mean, you could do it. Skyline's cool too. Stinger is cool too. C7 Corvette, Z06. Dude, even just like a base model C8 is sick too. Sam says a Charger is the most practical, and a Charger Hellcat is based AF. I would go with the Cherokee Trackhawk and just call it a day. Where money no obstacle. Yeah, Cherokee's pretty cool too. I've never been like an SUV guy. I'll tell you what, man. If Ram came out with a truck with the 6-liter Hemi with the blower on it, basically with the Hellcat motor, I would buy that up instantly. Like that would be what I would get, because I mean, boom. What more could you want? Other than a truck with a Hellcat motor inside of it? Matt W says only 2 seats, but hands down my favorite muscle car. My dad has several different Vets went over the years. Vets are sick, dude. I mean, that's like the all American classic car, right? Like, what little boy in high school or grade school isn't like, wow, what would it be like to just drive that thing, let alone like own it, right? So yeah, for sure, man, for sure. Gluconeogenesis, excess proteins, and end up turning into glucose. Yes, exactly. Smash the like button, bros. Thank you, Harry Zykos, for reminding me, guys. Please and diddly deed, smash the like button. Matt says I eat twice a day, intermittent fast from 9 p.m. to noon the next day. Yeah, exactly. And that's a diet practice that you have, Matt, that works for you. So if it works for you, you should stick to it. Don't try to like do weird stuff. Maybe just adjust it slightly if you want to, either go up in weight or down. Harry Zykos, how many grams of protein do you consume daily? I consume probably about, we'll say 200 on average, but anywhere between 180 to like 250 tops. Sometimes I just crave literally meat, and I'll eat sometimes I'll eat more than 5 meals, guys. Sometimes I'll eat a 6th or a 7th meal with like extra meat because I'm just like super hungry. But yeah, Harry, I eat just probably like I weigh about 200 pounds. I eat about my body weight, 1 gram per pound of body weight. The old classic, which is honestly more than what people need. But I like meat, and I also like protein. And also, that being said, back in the day, I would eat a lot more. I would eat probably closer. I mean, there was years where I would eat over 300 grams of protein per day, which is, it did its job, but I was literally getting acidic. Guys, literally acidic. And by acidic, I mean that I was like, my clothes where I would sweat underneath my orifices, if you know what I mean. If I would wear those same clothes for a couple weeks in a row, a hole would be burned inside the cloth where that area touched. That's how acidic I was. And I could feel it in my stomach too. No matter how much alkaline water I would drink, I would still be acidic, because if you eat that much protein, it's just going to do that. But hey, you gotta pay the cost to be the boss, homie. Good thing I don't have to do that anymore. Florida is interesting to say the least. New Yorker here. Yeah, Harry Mr. Zykos is indeed a New Yorker. Yeah, I mean, New York is cool and all. It's not my vibe, especially not with the current people who are in charge. I've decided in my life that I'm going to go where I'm treated best. And it's just like, even if, let's just say Miami was the same, if a literal, let's just, I don't know, what's like the grossest, lamest city, visually speaking, in the United States? Somebody help me out here. The grossest city. I don't know, Anchorage, Alaska. If Anchorage, Alaska was the only place, and Newark is too close to New York. Newark is too close to New York. If I don't know, one of the small, I should know, like Fairhope, something Alaska. I don't know, guys. I spent 2 weeks in Alaska. I should know these things, but I don't even remember. One of the small trailer park cities in Alaska. Let's just say that was the only city that treated me better. I would be there and not Miami because I just can't do it anymore. Save the Grand Cherokee from my garage. Harry does indeed have a Grand Cherokee, and it is insane. The Ram TRX. What is this? Hellcat Ram is a thing already? Get it? No fucking way. Hold on. Why is it called the TRX? What is this marketing? Ram, MSRP on this thing, Sam. Ram TRX. Let's do this. Let me see. Let's see, guys. Let's see. Hold on. You guys want to see? You guys want to look at me? What in tarnations is this, guys? What is this? 70K MSRP. Look at that. Look at that. 10 miles per gallon city. Oh boy. 702 horsepower. Yeah, that's about it. That's about right. That's about right. All right, let's see. Can we go to their website? Whoa. Sam, how did I not know about this, dude? I don't like this. I don't like the I don't want this like TRX thing either. Like, guys, you guys know the Ford Raptor? I love that thing. That thing's a beautiful machine, but I hate the graphics on some of them. And the thing is, you have to pay extra to not have graphics on those, which is stupid. Dumbest thing ever. Let's see. Supercharged 6.2 liter V8. God damn, boy. It's got a Hemi in it. Let's see. You guys want to take a tour? Oh, that's cool. Okay, so is this going to be like the Rams competitor for the Raptor? 4.5 second 0 to 60. I mean, shit, my Mustang's faster than that, but I guess it's pretty good for a big ass truck that you can go off road in. All right, that's pretty cool. I find it hard. I would find it hard to think that they could manufacture like a functionable truck that could, actually like be planted enough on the ground if you put 650 pounds of torque behind it without it spinning. So I'm sure, theoretically speaking, it's faster than 4.5 seconds, but you'd have to have really, brand new tires in the perfect scenario. And then also the sun and the stars and the moon would have to align exactly. And yeah, you'd have to I don't know, be in a magical place. Yeah, that's definitely it. That's the big boy right there. That's the big boy. Massive airbox. Let's just see. It does have launch control. I had a 2016 SRT 392 Charger, and that launch control was awful. But that was also the beginning of when these more normal cars had launch control. Back then, only Ferraris had launch control, and so it wasn't that great. So you could actually launch it better manually, but if it worked good, that would be pretty sweet. Let's just see. I mean, that's a lot of ground clearance. Holy smokes. It's almost a foot of ground clearance. I don't believe it. Oh, it's got the Bilstein shocks. No way. I mean, dude, this thing's loaded. This is pretty cool. I would want more of an SRT-esque, fat boy steering wheel, but I guess it's a truck, so I get it. It's not a sports car. 8 drive modes. Slow. It's got a slow mode, guys, in case you need to go slow. Don't worry. Custom mode, mud/sand mode. It's got a rock mode, guys. Baja mode. The Baja mode. It's funny because the Raptor has a Baja mode too. That's funny. Very funny. Inspired by the competition's nightmare. There you go. We're inspired by the Ford Raptor. What they're trying to tell you. Except it's got a fucking Hemi with a blower on it. It's got the Hellcat motor. So that's sick, dude. That's sick. I actually love the. Most people hate Rams. I love Rams. The inside of them, pretty cool, dude. Pretty cool compared to some other trucks, man. Honestly, I think General Motors trucks interiors are garbage, in my opinion, although I haven't been in like a 2020, 2021 one. But I think Ford has good interior for theirs. And then also Dodge has good interior for their trucks. And I think they're kind of like people kind of sleep on them a little bit. But that is cool. That is cool, Sam. Thank you for wearing me. Corvette is like a very sexy fiberglass woman. Yeah, it is. Wade says, I saw one of those TRX Rams yesterday and I want one now. Did it sound good? Wade, let me know in the chat. Could you tell that it had a Hellcat motor in it when you heard it? Harry says, I'm about 200 pounds and I typically consume 150, 170 grams of protein a day. I mean, that's another thing too, Harry. It's like, that's sufficient for you. I mean, I would venture to say that adding like an additional like 10 or 20 grams protein on that would probably be good for you. Knowing you and like who you are and your body size and your type. But I mean, that's not as important if you're worried more about, you know, if you'd be more focused on like losing fat or building muscle, it'd be more important in the latter of the two. And he says, I'm focused on losing fat though. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Matt says, yeah, yesterday was my B-day and I ate 2 soft tacos and Texas sheet cake. Feel acidic AF today. What is Texas sheet cake? Is that good? I've never heard of that. That sounds delicious though. It's like a sheet cake. No. Texas sheet cake is the best dessert on earth, and that I will budge for. All the sweets can go kick rocks. I only crave cantaloupe for summertime fruits daily. Cantaloupe. I used to hate cantaloupe, but I love it now. What else? I mean, I like mangoes too. I like dried fruits, guys. I prefer dried fruits over just normal actual fruit, to be quite honest with you. I like strawberries too. My family has a strawberry farm out in the middle of like bumfuck Louisiana, and I have very fond memories of a child picking the strawberries. It's probably wrecked now. There's actually like an old like 19 house from like 1910 there on that property. It's just like it has like no floor in it. It's got like infested with snakes. But yeah, there's strawberries there, so I love strawberries. 90K, and it's called that because it eats raptors. I think it starts at 70K though, right? Pablo says it gets 0.5 miles per gallon. My boy has the Raptor. Yeah, Raptors are cool. Raptors, they're fun to drive too for a truck. Why would I want a car named after gym equipment? TRX. Oh, okay, TRX. That's right. Buying it used 3 years ago was the way to do it. Yep. Hashtag Ram TRX for Josh 2021. Is that the car? Is that the vehicle we're gonna get, guys? Ram TRX. Should we do a poll? I actually am due for a new vehicle pretty soon, I guess. Although I don't know what I'm gonna do with the Mustang because I only have one parking spot in this building, so I have to like go find somewhere to put it. I'd rather not get rid of the Mustang if I don't have to. You know what I mean? If I don't have to, because I have an emotional attachment to the Mustang. An emotional attachment because when I was a child, my first car that I wanted. My first big boy car that I wanted was a red Mustang. And then 2 years later, my taste changed and I ended up getting a red Charger instead of a red Mustang for that first one. But hey, I still love the Mustang. Her name is Layla, by the way, guys. Her name is Layla. I'd rather have the Cargo for that much. The Cargo van. Those trucks are hardly great off-road. The SUVs do better. Yeah, that's funny thing. Funny thing about those Raptors, really not that great off-road, to be quite honest with you. Check out the new electric Hummer. There's a Hummer again? What? Is that real? Jesus is real? Stop the steal. A Jeep for off-roading stuff. Yeah, Jeeps are good for off-roading too. Hashtag keep TRX in the gym. Decent hill mode or hill decent mode. Hell, I want one now. In before Eat Live Mopar. Eat Live Mopar or no car. I was parked in the grocery lot at the store. And I didn't hear it running. Okay. I was 215, 218 when you saw me in Miami. Yeah, I see in your Instagram, Harry, you definitely like lost a boatload of weight from what I can tell. Keep up the good work, by the way, dude. Matt says Texas sheet cake is the shizness. Look up the recipe and make it for yourself sometime. It's a spongy, moist chocolate cake, very rich, goes great with some melted vanilla ice cream. I'm trying to think of I'm picturing like Black Forest cake with ice cream. Black Forest cake and carrot cake are my two favorite cakes. Guys, if anyone ever wants to bake me a cake, Black Forest cake is far superior to carrot, but carrot is the second. Carrot is far superior to every other cake behind carrot cake. It looks like brownies way better. My mom calls it brownie cake. Oh, okay, it's like a brownie cake. Okay. All right. I catch the drift. I catch the drift. All right, guys. An hour and 20 minutes. What topic should I go over in the next stream, guys? Leave me. Don't say in the comments in this video. Like, don't say in the live chat. I'm gonna force you guys to boost me in the algorithm by posting a comment. If you actually do want me to talk about something specific, if you like this kind of stream where we didn't have a specific topic, we don't have to like. It was nice to take a break from the real world, guys. It was nice to take a break from all the doom and gloom out there, and just talk to you guys. Because honestly, guys, there's really not a whole lot of great things going on in the world right now that make me just be like, wow, this new great awesome thing happened, and we're going to talk about that today, because there's really not a whole lot. But hey, EIP 1559 is coming up very soon, guys. Very soon. I'm wondering, are the devs going to be a complete failure for EIP 1559? Are the developers going to fuck up? Because there's a lot of shorts. There's a lot of shorts on ETHUSD. Around the time of EIP 1559, so like it looks like some people are like thinking that it's not gonna work out. I'm in my mind, I'm like, dude, how do you guys start developing something 2 years ago and still like not done with it? I mean, they've been testing it. If you go fiddle around in Remix, you can post smart contracts. It's on Ropsten. They already have the London hard fork on Ropsten, so you can go tinker around with it, and everything's fine over there so far that I've deployed. Although I haven't deployed any kind of like serious smart contract to the test network, but I didn't have any like weird situation happen. Aside from that, we also what else is going on soon too? What else? Oh, my house is being sold next week, guys. So I'm thinking about getting a bunch of $100 bills and ripping them up on the stream for you guys. Just kidding. Because how much we hate the dollar. But I would like to, do something for. I have some ideas. Do something for the chat and the channel. Still thinking yet, though. I haven't 100% decided anything. But I am thinking. I think Sam knows. I think Sam knows what I'm thinking. Sam says, "I hope they get squeezed hard AF, dude. Me too, dude. Dude, you got to be like dumb to just be short on Bitcoin. I mean, we're talking about Ethereum, but still, I mean, Ethereum's right behind Bitcoin. So you like, if it's the year 2021 and you're short on Bitcoin or Ethereum, Peter Schiff, Dan Pena, to know to tell you guys. In the words of Dan Pena, 90.999% of people who are short on Bitcoin are FUCKING morons. They're in value time? What do you mean? They're in valve time. Valve time. I went to Manual Door Bronco Badlands. There's a person at the condo down the street that has a Bronco. Josh is finally going to lose his V, 1R, G, 1N, 1 plus Y, 2. God, please hope, guys. Please hope I lose my V, 1R, G1, N1, plus sign, wine. We all say a prayer in the chat so that Josh, me, can lose my V1R, G1, N1 plus Y. Guys, again, like, comment, subscribe, guys. If you're not subscribed to me, you're just watching me, show me some love. Give me a subscription. I'm trying to get to 1,000 in the year 2021. ELP gets 1,000 YouTube subscribers. We got to get to that 1K number, guys. We got to get to that 1K. And again, guys, also, don't forget, in the year 2028, one Big Mac is going to equal $1 million US. If you do have something that you want to be suggested to talk about, maybe a topic of a video, drop a comment in the chat, not in the live chat, so because I'm gonna end it and I won't be able to read it, but actually put it in the real chat. And that is it. I love you guys.
Pump it again. And again.
What the bloody hell is going on? The shakeout wasn't finished yet. Why haven't we crashed it?
Keep up, Jacob. This is all within expected ranges.
No. Recommence the dumps. Continue the black swans. Accelerate it. Bounce the dead cat. Pull the rugs, build back even better. Activate the cyber pandemic. I'm in charge here. But the shadows.
Hech. It is not yours to take, book. The truth will set us free. It must.
Wojak. Wojak.
Huh?
Listen, man. Things are shitty. Trust me, I know. But staring at that phone isn't going to make a difference. Don't let it mold you.
Yeah. I'm thinking we're back.